the Billy cool back, then I hopped in the car. I put the in front of the Billy in front of the driver. And man, sit there in the road, right, wow. I'm still up, ties, huh? I'm in the coupe by myself. I had to kick her though when I was 5. Keep the old ones on the shelf. In the fan. I'm sick and tired of me. Act like they find it, telling them lies. Acting like they the one created this and they get all this driven my guys. Yeah, Cartier eyes, Cartier coat, Cartier as the watch. Cartier love, Cartier, Cartier spec buffalo on the side. Pussy cut diamonds, they Cartier, yeah. Cartier bad for the Cartier. Sky ring look cool with 200 the dash. Cartier jeans, ain't no way I can say. Ain't no way I'm ever gonna go out. Man, I can't go out, no way I'm gonna go out. I just grip on her and I show out. I sit like a champ and I wait on her whole lot. I
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway from Wild Card Weekend. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. There's Walker, gets it for the first time. He's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and's got us off and running.
They've got first down here from the 36. Now looking to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This is Walker on second. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They're going to try and throw it here. It's his targets. That's Torrey Horton. He has room past the 25. Still fighting forward. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Came little to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a... I'm starting at the 35. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Gets him on the in route. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down Bears. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Catch is made near the edge. And he's going to be out of bounds after looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up. Throwing from the gun. Runs him on the crossing route. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So 2nd down coming up. Sticking to the air here. Throw caught at the 6. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Try and punch it in. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Working quickly here. Here's another for it. And this time he mixed it in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves it can stop it.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Starting from the 5. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Airing it out to start this drive. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the 1st. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Walker on 1st down. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Zay Frazier has it. And the Bears take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, you check down the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to it. A great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he gets this down at the 13-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Chicago. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. It's a 14-7 game. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Gets him on the quick hitter. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back now, pressure coming. Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
11 more yards. That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Give up the gut to Walker. And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. He's going to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to stop him, but he's got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Walker again. And this time he gets in for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks can tie it up in a second after cutting into the for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. Oh, I don't think so. And no justice for him. Come on, all that work on the return. He's out of bounds at the 1.
Kid, I know what you were waiting for and what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense may be set up for some serious success.
No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
They give it to him up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. The Bears just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Setting up to try the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fields the hard squib kick. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that gives the Seahawks the first. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Here we go, Shyburn. 70, Timberwolf. Let's go.
Now Walker. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll work against the blitz. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jalen Johnson with the pick.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Blowing back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
This time it's a passing play. Pass is caught at the 9. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
2nd and 5. At the 40-yard line.
Running is Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He's got it over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To the air now on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. They're throwing it. That's caught. Here's Arroyo. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Brought in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 1-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. In the words of Pete Carroll resonate, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. They send the tight end in motion. 1st and 10, looking to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
That's what you call.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. They took a look just to be safe. You always appreciate that, but the call on the field stands. Now motion him out of the backfield. Second and manageable. He's throwing. Look at that power, deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go, set, let's go.
Working inside the red zone. That is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears will add to their lead at the end of the half.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Cade. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
At their own 24-yard line.
One last play before the break. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
That's one you watch the next day, and as a quarterback, you want that throwback. Quarterbacks are perfectionists, and when it's caught just out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little more accurate.
Takes away from one. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
And the Bears first down.
They give it to him again. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that first down. Looking quickly here. Another carry for him. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Going all the way to the end zone here. And he scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Bears stretch their lead to 21.
22. Seahawks 21.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That pass is caught by Horton. Now he's past the 25. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks start the second half with some needed points. On his Little for the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker.
Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's a dive up the middle. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Giving him an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down Bears. One play in, Brock in his drive is already in enemy territory. On 1st down, they'll run. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On him quick, and they bring him down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. A 28-yard pickup there. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
From the red zone now. Hits his running back. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears make it a 3-possession game. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears stretch their lead to 21.
Seahawks 28.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. This is brought in. Big game for Smith and Jigba. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a throw. To the left. He's got Arroyo. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
On the carry, it's Walker. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. That'll be 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
9-yard line. 1-yard gain.
Stand to throw. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding the spread for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
He's dropping back to throw. He connects with his back deep down the middle. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They'll try and punch it in. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot. And can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Back on 2nd and goal. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears grow their lead yet again. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Seahawks have it, facing a deficit. We could be witnessing the end of their playoff run. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. And he goes down. The Bears got him. Goes to the hurry up here.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 17-yard line.
Look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Elijah Arroyo, the target on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Third and long for him here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit.
Ready.
Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Pass play now. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Bears take possession along the 32-yard line.
Yeah, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. Tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
He's limited to a gain of about 3, which means they are well short. This is 4th down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Rolling into enemy territory. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks making the scoreboard look a touch better. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run. You know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks make it an 18-point game.
Bears 56, Seahawks 38.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. Rolling into enemy territory. Here he goes again. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears put up even more points in a win. That one splits the uprights. And the Bears continue piling onto this lead.
Seahawks 38.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there, and that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 26-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They'll work against the blitz. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Trying for it, it's Walker. This is close, but I don't think he got there, Brock. The stop is made in time. They're turning this over on downs. All set to go now from the 35. They'll run here on 1st down. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
1st and 10, run to Mixon. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough.
Blitz is there, and he goes down. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Bears keep running away with this. Now we'll see them try the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And they're going to touch it down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Throwing now on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offensive line fast.
A loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. No luck connected with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
3rd down and 14.
Looking to throw here. Finds the in route complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking in the air here. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Torrey Horton, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this will be the final play of the game. Here he goes, one final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Picked out by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Bears see the return go out of bounds. And Matthews, how this game's going to end. So the Bears take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners, as we say so long from Seattle.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before you enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, make. Get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We bout to bump then. Better bang yours, cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen the Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. At the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's lame time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Hey, well, okay. I catch the dog, he getting the beat like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him belly fill his tank, run up to the next steak. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the public. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slide me something. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You gonna believe me? Think for brown skin, real conceited. Got go retrieve it, the short small. When that's from Cali, but the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
Black beans taking out it. We gon' pop a couple. While they poppin' paparazzi pictures. I got my in the back and my bros in the front leader. He keep looking at me, I'ma make that boy. I'm a his friend too, baby, I'm a whole cheater. We can go to France, Avatar, y'all both need a real one. More coin than your last one. Baby, damn, he ain't that fun. I mean, do we got a song with that punk? I mean, do we hit the club in this song? Come on. Do we rock a weed 30 inches long? Do we got a sold out tour? Do that? No, and I went tour. Hit that back room.